Hey guys, it's Dancer99 here. Hell, I didn't really think about making this video because it just talks about people who are very too much drama and toxicity. But I've had to be using my phone because, well, my camcorder it's broken. Like, I've repaired it multiple times. Normally I could use it if I just reattach the screen, but now it's gotten to a point where it won't even turn on. So I might as well just keep using my phone for now until I manage to get a new one. It's Christmas season, so I definitely will be getting a new gaming PC that I'll be able to make the content I've been wanting to make. But let's get to the point. So I decided to make this video to further my argument that the anti-furries are just unreliable people. Why? Well, in a general sense, I kind of wanted to stir you guys away from all this sorts of negativity that they go under that you really don't need to politically associate with or waste your time on, for that matter. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate comments just to prove it further that they're really toxic by anti-furries, possibly. I can't say for sure, you never know what's going to happen in the future, but I don't really care. So let's start with this. What are anti-furries? So the anti-furry coalition, as they like to call themselves, to put it simply, is a group of mostly right-wing Christian angry teenager incel type individuals who make a ton of memes and things and seek to dehumanize the fandom using argumentative fallacies like cherry picking and the guilt by association fallacy, for example. Now, let's go over the I'm really struggling here. I'm just gonna hold it like this. Let's go over the anti-furry docs, which is what everything they state or argue stands on, and is personally written by Halo Guy 7 himself, and according to one website, a group of contributors as well. For guilt by association, the docs go as far as to find literal detailed statistics from, obscure, what's the word? Basically, obscure, when I can't think of the word, but it's like when someone, a survey kind of thing. And so they conclude that roughly 14% of the furry fandom is supposedly zoophilic. And this number right here, they go as far as to exaggerate that number a significant amount, as a significant amount, without even addressing that number means that 86%, the majority of the fandom, does not identify that way and most probably doesn't even support it. There are movements of opinion going on everywhere within the fandom that advocate against such behavior, more than well recognizing that such behavior causes significant harm to innocent animals and things, and this goes to a general point to see such behavior as very frowned upon within the fandom, much like any sort of discrimination or homophobia is also frowned upon within the furry fandom. And yet they treat this whole ordeal as a valid argument against the statement of furries do nothing wrong, even though that statement is broad and actually advocates for most of the fandom as a whole that would never do such things, as compared to these freaks out there that, why? Who in the hell would do that? It's not a sentient being that can consent, you know? Now, I will not condemn the idea that there are definitely a lot of weirdos who are very zoophilic that try to hide behind the fandom as like a shield or something. In a sense, zoophilia is a problem in the fandom as much as Nazism is in the anti-furry coalition. You kind of see a contradiction there. They're defending themselves and the anti-furry docs over Nazism being present in their group, yet using our problem we actively deal with to cherry pick and say we're all a bunch of zoo sadists. It's really pitiful. But, for some parts, I will hand it to the documents. They do a great job of documenting such noteworthy incidents that have happened within the fandom. Like people, like certain YouTubers or things coming out as zoophiles, and it's like, ew. But those things do happen. These things happen sometimes, and it's really sad. That doesn't mean that the whole fandom is just a bunch of zoophiles. That would be crazy. Just like how the whole anti-furry coalition isn't a bunch of Nazis. Now, let's move on to something that is very concerning as seen on YouTube. You see, Halo Guy 7 likes to state that the anti-furry memes videos are satirical and just meant to be funny. Here's a screenshot to prove that. He said it directly to me. And, so is influencing furries and zoof sadists alike to kill themselves and rejoicing when someone actually kills themselves? Is that funny? Who in the world could that be funny to? Definitely not anyone in their right mind, that's for sure. And even if they are sane, that just means their morality is fucked up big time. Yeah, there's no wiggling out of this one. They might try to claim they never said that. Just go look at any one of these videos on Halo Guy 7's channel, and it will just reek of the exact same hatred as I just mentioned. It attempts to joke and fantasize about literal acts of terrorism and mass murder being committed on such individuals, like completely burning down a building that a convention is taking place in using flamethrowers, which would claim literal thousands of casualties depending on the size of the convention. How is that funny? That's not funny at all. That's completely fucking messed up. So, in conclusion, this is a lot of drama. In conclusion, I hope you guys, since I know a lot of you are fair-minded, I hope you guys can see through these idiots with complete and total common sense. So, the normalization of furries in the furry fandom, among the general public, and like, as far as I can tell, that is rapidly increasing under reasonable moral circumstances, and I'm glad for that. I really am. So, guys, just do us all a favor. Anytime you stumble across one of those anti-furry memes, go ahead and just scroll on past it. All it is it's just a lot of drama, ego, and more than anything, toxicity that you really don't need to associate yourself with. If you're going to be in any kind of political movement, you're going to want to focus on governmental things, climate change, the economy, all that sort of stuff. Trust me when I say that you don't want to be some culture warrior, because at the end of the day, the culture war is just the most pointless of any kind of war in existence that just divides us as a united community by nature. It's not as prevalent an issue as what we really need to be worried about, considering the fate of our planet and our being as we know it. So, I know this video will find the right audience, maybe, but for those that took the time to watch this, thank you very much. I hope you all have a really nice day. Just don't fill your day. Don't let this keep you up at night. It's a lot of toxicity that, for that reason, doesn't gain much attention as the average YouTuber who's dedicated really would. So, I hope you guys have a really nice and wonderful Christmas, and I will see you all soon. Have a nice night, guys. I'll see you next time.